Really excited for today's Philadelphia Eagles now as we're going to dive into the tape, take a look at some All-22 to see how this Eagles ground game was so dominant last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which really goes back to what this organization likes to do under this Nick Sirianni regime and how they can continue to stay dominant moving forward, especially on Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals. Really, it's a combination of play calling, play design, this offensive line being good, Jalen Hurts posing that running threat, but also really good vision from the running backs on this roster. So let's start to break it down here. So do want to start off with this play. This is one of the bigger running plays in this football game. As you can see, pretty traditional set with what the Eagles want to do. It's Jalen Hurts in the shotgun and Miles Sanders is flanked to his left. And they're going to run this play to the outside, going to the right. And as we go to the next picture here, Miles Sanders begins this run play to the right. You see Jason Kelce over here. He's starting to get to that next level. Really good seal block here as well. But look at all the daylight for Miles Sanders. This right here, as we pivot to the vantage point for Miles Sanders, heart eyes for a running back. You see this amount of real estate and this much daylight where you can hit the hole and just go. That is a luxury for any running back in the National Football League. And in this offense, that's really been the case going back to last year when they started to make the adjustments. And you look at all the seal blocks here, right? I mean, Lane Johnson's over here. He has his man sealed. Isaac Seumalo right there. Jason Kelce, I thought, had one of the best games that he's had in a while. But can I really say that? Because this guy has been the best center in the NFL for a really long time, but that goes to show you just how good Jason Kelce is. I mean, he is such a quality blocker on some of those pulls and just getting out to that second and third level, blocking downfield. He really is one of one in that regard. And then you see Jack Driscoll, Jack Stoll, and then Jalen Hurts on the fake out this way. But this right here for Miles Sanders, I'm sure that he just had hearts in his eyes seeing that much real estate. Next play I do want to take a look at here. I'm actually going to go to this side of the screen. So first, let me start here. Let me exit stage to the right. You see that Jalen Hurts is in the backfield with his former running back at Oklahoma. And I wanted to put a note here because Jalen Hurts being +1 in the run game is another threat to the opposing defense. Because as you can see, I believe that's Trayvon Walker right there, the #1 overall pick out of Georgia. He has his eyes set on either Trey Sermon or Jalen Hurts. Now, the offensive line, they're doing their job as I come back because, once again, they have everything sealed off. Seumalo, Jason Kelce, Landon Dickerson, Jack Driscoll, they're all doing their job. But really, the key moment of the play here is Walker. He can either go after Jalen Hurts or he can go after Trey Sermon. He elects to go to Jalen Hurts as we go to the next picture here, and that's obviously the wrong read. And for Trey Sermon, I put out the sold house emoji there because there's so much real estate on this part of the field for his first ever carry as a Philadelphia Eagle to pick up a first down, approach the red zone, move the chains, and for him, he wasn't getting these types of looks in San Francisco. Now we go closer toward the goal line. This is the first Miles Sanders touchdown run of the day. And once again, pretty standard look with what Philadelphia likes to do. It's Hurts in the shotgun with Sanders to his left, and this design is for Sanders to go right up the middle, and that's exactly what he's able to do. Look at Kelce here, and then look at Kelce here. So from that first image to this second image, once again, it's Jason Kelce getting to that second level. And this is exactly how you draw it up. Blocker here, Kelce here, Landon Dickerson over here, right? And then you have Isaac Seumalo here, tight end here on the far side. And for Miles Sanders, really good vision here for him to see that sliver of daylight and attack the hole. And what's awesome about this play as well, as we go to the next picture, check out the Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, right here. Wide receiver blocking downfield. We might call him skinny, fast Batman. We might call him the Slim Reaper. But he is blocking with Jason Kelce downfield as well as Lane Johnson right here for Sanders to take it to the crib. And you can see that Devontae Smith is so pumped up with this touchdown. Take a look at the fist pump right here. The Slim Reaper. Yes, we got it in. Touchdown. That has to do with culture. That has to do with coaching. That is technique. And when you have guys coming together to block downfield as a wide receiver and contributing from the team element of factoring in wins and losses. This right here is pretty special. And then you see Jason Kelce over here. He turns around after getting to that second level off that block. He's like, oh, Miles Sanders, he already took it to the crib. EAGLES as the Fly Eagles Fly theme song rang out from a rainy Lincoln Financial Field. Now make sure you subscribe to the channel because here on Philadelphia Eagles Now, we're really bringing everything to the table. Interactive, informative analysis, live shows, watch parties. We'll talk about trade candidates, trade rumors, general rumors out there, pass along breaking news. But if you want more All-22 breakdown videos like this, just let me know in the comment section that you really liked it, and we can continue to cook up more of these. How about Kenneth Gainwell's touchdown run? Once again, it's that traditional set that we were talking about. The blocking leverage, the blocking ability, the scheme, and really just the offensive line doing their job so notably here. So we go to the next photo, and what Kenny Gainwell sees here, when the field gets condensed in the red area, oftentimes you never have this much space. Sometimes you have that sliver of daylight like we talked about with Miles Sanders. When you have this much vacant room on the football field, that right there is just heaven for a running back. And when Kenny Gainwell, with that speed, sees this amount of daylight, you know what that means? House call, baby. He takes it to the house once again as the Eagles continue to maul in this ground game. You see Dickerson's guy right here. He's just on the ground. And all these Jags offensive linemen, they're just helpless. You have Jack Driscoll over here to the right of the screen. He already knows it's going to be a touchdown. It's so impressive what the Eagles did on the ground game against the #1 rushing defense, where they just ran it right down their throats, and Jacksonville really didn't have an opportunity in this football game as the Birds scored 29 unanswered, and a big byproduct of that, it's the ground game. Last one we want to take a look at here is the longest running play for Miles Sanders. Once again, it's that formation that we've continued to talk about on the show. The Eagles got so many good looks out of this look. Really, though, what's awesome about this play is that Miles Sanders obviously gets the handoff out of the shotgun from Jalen Hurts, but you'll start to see Dallas Goedert come across the screen here. So we go to the next photo, and this play is, once again, really blocked off well. Jeff Stoutland has his guys always coming through with the biggest and best technique among all offensive lines in the NFL. But take a look here. Go back to that last picture first, Trace, because I didn't find Goedert. Okay, Dallas Goedert is right here. Okay, so he's coming across the line of scrimmage in motion from left to right. Okay, and this is Josh Allen that he's hitting, I believe, on this play. Okay, he comes across the formation, boom, lays down the stick on Josh Allen over here. That's a really good defender. If that's Trayvon Walker, I apologize. I can't really see the jersey number right now. But the block from Dallas Goedert and his blocking ability as a tight end in this offense and overall in the NFL is why he's one of the best all-around tight ends in the NFL. Honestly, he might be as good, if not better, than George Kittle nowadays, because Kittle's suffered from a lot of those injury issues. But for him to contribute in the pass game, but also in the run game, coming across the formation and laying down the boom like this for Miles Sanders to get a little bit of room to run with, and then what does that lead to? Miles Sanders with a whole bunch of space to pick up the biggest running play of the day for Philadelphia. He ended up getting tackled a little while after this, but look at all this space here. I mean, the safeties had to come down, and they tripped Miles Sanders up on that slick field. But this Eagles scheme, their blocking ability, the coaching, the overall buy-in from everybody, the pull blocks, getting offensive linemen to that second level goes all the way back to last year, and that's a big reason why this Eagles offense, one of the best blocking offenses in the ground game in the National Football League. And obviously, it's the backbone with what they want to do. But why the Eagles are so dangerous this year, they have that ground game humming, right? One of the best rushing teams in the NFL, the best offensive line, but their passing attack has been one of the best in the NFL. So this is why I'm confident and excited about this football team, because this year, Jalen Hurts has taken that next step as a passer. So now defenses are trying to game plan for Philadelphia, and they're like, well, what are we even supposed to do here? Because they're chucking it downfield to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. They have one of the best tight ends in the league in Dallas Goedert, and they can run like this? My gosh. Philadelphia Eagles right now, you got to be excited about what they're doing offensively. Shane Steichen and Nick Sirianni have it moving. So if you like this video, show me by hitting that thumbs up icon and liking the video. If you like the film breakdown as we went Coach Chase on you, then let me know in the comment section. Let us know how we can get a little bit better down below in the comments. Appreciate all of you for watching, and keep it locked for more Eagles coverage moving forward.